I'm at the doctor's office the other day, and the woman's, checking me in, doing my vitals and everything, and she comments on my bracers, and she's like, "What are these about? Is that like a religious thing or something?" And I was like, "No, it's just a fashion choice." I was like, "But it's kind of cool, because, the one's got the crescent moon, the other one's got the tree of life," and it was after I got these, I'd found my family's old coat of arms, and it actually has a sun and a crescent moon and the tree of life, so it all just kind of came together, and there's even like a raven perched on the tree, so that was kind of unique. So, anyway, so she comments on that. She's like, "Oh, okay, so it's just a fashion choice." And she points at my necklace, and she goes, "Are those teeth?" I says, "No, they're raven skulls." She goes, "Oh, that's a bit of an odd fashion choice." I'm like, "Actually, that one is a religious thing." And speaking of which, I got a Yule goat from Grimfrost. I'm trying to order one from them for like the past 2 years now, but they're always sold out, so they get them in stock. I'm like, I'm going to order one. They got a small, a medium, and a large. I'm like, the medium looks cool, so I'll get that. So that's the medium. I think it's a lot smaller than what I was expecting it to be, but I mean, I'm going to set it on fire, and that'll still cause a nice size fire, so that's all good. Till then, let's go ahead and place them up by the altar. See, you got my mountain sage burning there today. I can place him up there. That's where he'll live for the next few weeks. My Odin statue also arrived the other day, except I don't have it. They dropped it off. They dropped off on the slips, that's like, "Oh, sorry, we missed you." Except, I work nights, so I'm home every day. This happens a lot. And I was actually up because it was delivered at 1:45 in the afternoon or something. I'm like, I was awake then. They didn't attempt to deliver because I wouldn't have heard the doorbell, but Thor would have, and he would have let me know. So I'm going to pick that up probably tomorrow. We'll get a video out showcasing that. Sent the other video to the guy who made the other two I got, and he thought they were fantastic, so he's looking forward to that. But that's not why you're here. You want to hear the story about how I got detention, which, like most kids, happened more than once, but this one time in particular, the first time, I think you'll enjoy. So from 93, fall of 93 until spring of 98, I was at this Lutheran school, right? And I'd moved from Iowa to Wisconsin, and I just didn't fit in. I was constantly getting picked in. I'm like this little nerdy, 80-pound nerdy kid into video games and Star Trek, and this place is all about the jocks, and I'm constantly being bullied and picked on, and this is the entire time I'm there. But by this point, it had been 2 years. This is 6th grade, and I finally have had enough. And I'm getting pushed around or whatever, and I tell the other kids, I'm like, "You guys got to knock it off. I've had it with this. You got to knock it off." And they don't. So fine, I'm gonna end this. So I get into a fight with the kids that are doing it, and there's 6 of them, and they were all I'm the smallest kid in the class. These are all the bigger guys. They're all on the basketball team and all this. Ain't no fight. So then I'm at the principal's office, and I get sent out of the office, and I'm all beat up and bloody. My glasses got broken, all this. And my one friend, he's standing there because he was ADD or what, one of those things, ADH, whatever. So he's there getting his meds or whatever, and he's and I come out and he's like, "Oh man, they messed you up big time." And I was like, just wait a minute. Principal door open, and the other 6 kids walk out, and they look exactly like me. And I just turned to my buddy, I smiled, and I was like, "I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I won." So I call in the principal's office, and I get told that I'm getting detention. They're not, because turns out the kid who was mostly behind this was the principal's kid and all of his friends. So they did nothing wrong. So I'm getting detention. They're not. So my mother's the church secretary at the time. The church is across the parking lot from the school. So I go over there after school, and I let her know what happened. And she's like, "Well, it's about time you did something. Go do your detention and whatever." So I go, and their version of detention, you sit there for an hour, and they make you take your Bible, and you could read whatever you want. But you find something in the Bible, you had to read it, and at the end of your hour, you had to explain to the teacher what you learned from reading the Bible that had to do with what you did wrong or whatever. So I'm reading my Bible, my hour's up, and the teacher's like, "Did you learn your lesson?" I'm like, "Oh, I sure did." And she goes, "Well, what'd you learn?" And I look right at her, and I'm like, "Next time, I should use a donkey's jawbone." So go back across the street. My mom's talking with the pastor about whatever, something to do with the job, probably the bulletins for that week or whatever. And they're both like, "So how's detention?" I'm like, "Well, I got detention tomorrow too." And my mom's like, "What? How did that happen?" So I tell him, and my mom's just looking at me you Chels. She wanted to laugh, but she didn't want to laugh at it in front of me because it would have made her look bad or lose face or something. But the pastor just busts up, and he's laughed you wouldn't believe this, right? And he just turns to my mom. He's like, "Look, you can't be mad about him for that. That's fantastic. He turned that around on them so well." My mom's like, "Yeah, I really can't." So the next morning, I'm going into school. I'm putting my stuff in my locker, and the teacher who had issued the second detention notice comes up to me, and she's got like this look of like utter defeat on her face. And I'm like, "Is everything okay?" She's like, "You don't have detention today." I was like, "What? Like they rescheduled it?" She's like, "No, you don't have it all anymore." And just turns and walks off. Turns out the pastor called the principal up and was like, "Yeah, I heard the story. You're not giving this kid detention for another day. That's complete crap."